Welcome to another Ranger Auto video. Today we are going to do exhaust repair. Some items you're going to need is a tin can. Depending on the size of your exhaust pipe, you might want to measure your pipe first. Of course, here's another can you could use too if you wanted to. You're going to need an abrasive blade such as this if you're using a drill. You can use a bandsaw or you can use a jigsaw or a handsaw to cut the can, and you're going to need the appropriate size hose clamps. Now I've gone ahead and cut this pipe repair piece, and I used that abrasive inside of a drill, which worked just fine. You're also going to need a pair of gloves such as these. These are rawhide gloves. You can use leather gloves. Just don't use rubber gloves or latex gloves, mainly because, as you can see, there's sharp edges on this piece here, and as you go to wrap it around the repair area, you're going to be subjected to shards and things that are just going to tear your hands up. So the gloves will protect your hands from getting tore up. You're also going to need for your hose clamp either the appropriate size socket that you can put in the chuck of a drill to make it faster, or a flathead screwdriver if you want to lay under there and screw it tight all day long. So now that we've got it established as to what we need, let's go out and look at our repair area. As you can see, I've got the vehicle, which is a 97 Ford Escort, on ramps. Before we begin, I want to show you something and explain a little bit of vehicle safety here when using ramps. Now this repair, because you're going to be under the vehicle, you can do it if you have a lift set up to where you can access the exhaust system. You can do it that way. You can also jack the vehicle up and support the frame on jack stands, which on this car your frame's going to be right in here. This is going to be your frame. You can also put it here on the pinch weld if your rockers are in good shape. This one's not really in good shape because you can see the rust right there. But as we're under the vehicle, I'm going to show you the repair area. The repair area is actually that pipe right there that looks like a big spring. And it looks like it broke again. What we have here is a pipe that was originally fixed by Flex Pipe, and the Flex Pipe is not a factory original item. This piece of pipe that starts up there at the catalytic converter is all one pipe going all the way down. There's your resonator. It goes all the way down to your muffler at the very back of the car. This pipe had broke, and the repair shop had gone through and repaired it using a piece of flex pipe, which in my honest opinion is not allowed. So what we've got to do now is we're going to use our piece of tin. We're going to wrap it around that flex piece right there, and we're going to clamp it down, and that's going to fix the pipe. Also, the car is rather loud, and now I know why it's really loud. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera down. I'm going to set the camera down, and I'm going to start the car, and you're going to hear exactly what it sounds like from the outside. That is why we're fixing it. So I'm going to get set up under here, and I will be right back. Okay, we've had to go to a smaller can because the other one's too big. And what I've got going on down here is I've got my hose clamp started on the pipe. So all I have to do is with one hand hold the can around the pipe, and then in the other hand slide the clamp around the pipe, and then tighten it down with my tool there. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll bring you back to show you what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. You want to make sure that you tighten your clamps up and that the clamps are away from the ground in case you have a low-lying car like this one. You don't want your clamps bottoming out in case you have to adjust this later. Now, I could have used two of the same size can, which I thought of doing, but since I had this one already done, I went ahead and used it. Now, to get the bigger can to do what I got it to do here, what I had to do was get the clamp started on the pipe, and then with one hand wrap the big can as tightly as I can, and then slide the clamp over the end of it and then tighten it down, and then do the same on the other one. And there you go. This will last hopefully until I can get a replacement pipe for this car. And so that's what you can do if you're looking to repair your car and you've got some cans around the house. You can do that with aluminum cans, but the aluminum will burn out eventually, probably like in about a month or so. So you want to use tin. Now, a variation to this is you can do a weld on it, where you can use a welder and weld it to the pipe. I don't have a welder, as you can see. This is all I have right here, basically. So I use with what I've got. But if you like this and you'd like to see more of these, go ahead and leave a message down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time when I show you how to measure your exhaust pipe size. I almost forgot to have you listen to this before. You always want to check your work. If you look under here, here's our repairs, working just fine. It's going to have a bit of an exhaust leak because those seals are not all together, but it's a whole lot quieter than it was when we started. And that's all that matters. Bring you back here and you might get to see a little bit of exhaust. See that? And that's what it's supposed to do. So I thought I'd show that to you because I forgot to mention that before.